Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to share my current skincare routine. The first category I'm going to talk about are cleansers, then I'll jump into nighttime products and routine, then I'll briefly touch upon the products that I use in the morning, which is relatively simple, and then last I will talk about the masks and treatments that I'll use when my skin is needing a little bit of extra TLC. First category, cleansers. I will typically double cleanse at night and single cleanse in the morning. The first thing I do when I get home from a long day is I'll go in with my first cleanser, which is this. This is the Clinique Take the Day Off Cleansing Balm. As the name suggests, it is a cleansing balm. It kind of has a waxy, oily consistency. It is solid, so probably good for traveling if you travel a lot. But essentially how this works and how I use it is I kind of scoop out a fingerful. I massage it onto dry skin, and what it does is it dissolves all the makeup, dirt, SPF that's on my face. And if you're wearing dark eye makeup, when you massage it over your eyes, you kind of turn into a little panda. But essentially massage it over dry skin. Then when you feel like the product's all up in there, I add water, and then it kind of all just rinses away. And I think this is a really great first step if you do wear makeup on a daily basis or SPF on a daily basis, because it really does do that first step of heavy duty cleaning for your skin. So I really like this and would definitely recommend this particular cleansing balm. So the next thing I do sometimes is I will go in with a second eye makeup remover, because I have to use waterproof mascara to hold a curl in my lash. If I don't use waterproof mascara, my lashes literally just go straight out. And the cleansing balm does a good job of removing the waterproof eye makeup, but not the most thorough job. So what I'll do is I'll go in with the second eye makeup remover. This is the Sephora waterproof makeup remover, and I love this stuff. It is really, really, really good. You can't get this in the UK. I think you can only get it at Sephora because it's the Sephora brand product. But it's kind of similar to the Lancome Bifacil one, where you have two different layers. You're meant to shake it up, pour it onto a cotton pad, and then just hold it over your eyes and massage gently, and this does a really, really good job at removing even the most stubborn waterproof eye makeup. After I've kind of removed all the makeup, the grime, the SPF, I'll go in with my second cleanse, which is meant more to condition and actually cleanse my skin. So for that, I've been using the Oskia Renaissance Cleansing Gel, and this is also really, really nice. Once again, similar to the cleansing balm, you have to apply this onto dry skin. So what I do, comes with a pump, which is so good, but what I'll do is I'll pump one pump, or sometimes two, onto my hand. It has sort of a coral orangey color. It looks kind of like a gel consistency, and it does have a fragrance and a scent, so if you don't like that or are sensitive to that, I probably wouldn't recommend this. But I think this has a lot of really great ingredients in it, like vitamin A, C, E, omega-6, pumpkin enzymes, chamomile, and rose. So it does a really good job at kind of giving the first step of nutrients to your skin and cleansing it even more. So like I said, apply to dry skin once again, and then massage it in, and then once I feel like the product's all in there, I apply water and it rinses away, and I pat dry with a towel or a, I don't know, what do people call them, like washcloth? I don't know, you get what I'm saying. So that's my cleansing routine, more or less. In the mornings, I won't double cleanse, like I mentioned. I'll only go in with the Oskia Renaissance Cleansing Gel, and it's really refreshing. I think that if you have dry skin, I think that this would definitely work for you. If you have oily skin, I'm not sure that this would be the best product, but I do think that this is, you know, gentle and really good for that second cleanse step. Sometimes, a couple times a week, I will go in with a physical exfoliator, and for that I have been using the Skin Food Black Sugar Mask Wash Off. My friend Connie gave this to me and I really love it. So thank you, Connie, and shout out to you. It has a sort of a poopy look to it, but it's really good. Skin Food is a Korean brand, and it's a really gentle cleanser, I would say, a really gentle physical exfoliator. It has little sort of sugar cubes in it, I would say, but definitely not too harsh or anything. What I'll do is I'll scoop out, you know, a handful once again, or not a handful, I guess a fingerful, and I'll, you know, rub it into my skin. The sugar cubes kind of dissolve as you rub them into your face, and then I just rinse away, and you definitely kind of visibly and tactilely, is that a word? But you can feel the difference. Your skin definitely feels smoother after you use this. And like I said, I'll use this a couple times a week, and sometimes in the shower, you know, if I just want to do a little bit of exfoliation up in there. That is basically the cleansing category. Now I'm going to move on to the nighttime products category, because that's the bulk of what I'm going to be talking about today. So at night, the first thing I'll do after I cleanse my skin is I will tone. And for that, I have been using the January Labs Skin Essentials Daily Brightening Tonic. This is really good. Once again, I'm sorry I'm saying all of these products are really good. It's because I personally think that they're really good, which is why I'm using them. But anyways, this is the toner that I've been using. I believe this has lactic acid in it, so it functions as an acid toner in that it kind of, you know, helps once again with exfoliation, and then preps your skin so that the other serums and things that you put on top sink in deeper into the skin. I will pour some of this onto a cotton pad and then just rub it all over my face. And I do think that this makes a difference in my skincare routine. It doesn't irritate my skin at all, and I think it does improve the efficacy of the products that follow. So I've been really enjoying this, and I think January Labs is a great brand as well. I think they do a lot of kind of well-priced, high-quality, like eco-conscious type products, so I have nothing bad to say about this, and this is the first step that I use after I cleanse. So then after that is when I go in with my serums, treatments, moisturizers, all that stuff, and for this I alternate depending on what my skin needs that night. One combination that I'll use is I'll go in with the January Labs Retexturizing Night Cream, and I'll usually use this when, I don't know, my skin, when I don't have any active breakouts, I would say. My skin's looking a little bit dull, a little bit dry even. I think this is really good for that. This comes out in a pump, and the product does have a weird smell to it. I can't really describe what it smells like, but it's a little bit odd, and it has a, I don't know what you would describe that consistency. It's not particularly runny, but this, I think, once again has lactic acid in it. I think this product is actually a good dupe for the Sunday Riley's Good Genes, and out of all the dupes that I've tried, I actually think that this one is the closest to what Good Genes actually does, if not better than what Good Genes does, because I can't really remember what Good Genes did for my skin because it's been so long since I've used it. But this is really, really effective. So what I'll do is I'll just rub this all over my skin and then go to bed, and that's the only step that I'll use. I find that it's actually really hydrating and nourishing, as well as, you know, retexturizing and brightening. So it's kind of an all-in-one miracle nighttime product, if you will. So I've been really, really enjoying this. That's one scenario of my nighttime routine. Another combination of products that I'll use is a retinoid. I'm not really sure what the difference is. I only recently started getting into using retinols, and the product that I've been using is the Ordinary Advanced Retinoid 2%. If you guys don't know about The Ordinary, I would definitely check it out. You can get them on cultbeauty.com. They're a brand that they sort of focus on making products that are, you know, have all the right ingredients in them with no fillers at a really, really good price point. Like, I think this was definitely under 10 pounds. And I think when I was doing research online, I think the potency and quality of the retinoid that is in this is just as good as like some of those really high-end products. So this is another product that I've been using at night. And like I said, this is my first foray into retinoids, and I think that they're really, really good. I've kind of noticed a visible difference in the smoothness of my skin, in hyperpigmentation, and how often I get breakouts. So I go in with this a couple times during the week as well at night, and I've been really liking it. But the quick disclaimer on this, which I'm sure a lot of you are aware of, is that if you do use a retinoid, you need to make sure you use SPF in the morning because it makes your skin more sensitive to the sun the next day. So if I do go in with this, I'll usually top it off with a light moisturizer serum, just because I find that it's a little bit drying. So because it's the summer and my skin's a little bit more oily than usual, I've just been using the Belief Hungarian Water Essence Moisture Binder. This is a moisturizer, but it's like a serum moisturizer. It's so light, it almost feels like it's, I don't know, like water on your skin. It feels like there's nothing on it. And Belief is one of those, I think, Korean brands. I would definitely recommend this. I think they also do a heavier duty moisturizer. So if you're looking for something heavier, they have something for you as well. So like I said, if I go in with the retinoid, I'll also go in with a moisturizing serum, or if my skin's extra dry, I'll go in with a thicker moisturizing cream. So that's essentially my nighttime routine. That's really been working for me in the summer, but I'm anticipating that I'll probably have to adjust a few products in the winter because my skin does get extra dry in the winter. So for that, in the winter, I'm thinking what I'll probably have to rotate in is a thicker moisturizer. And what I used last winter was the Antipodes Avocado Pear Nourishing Night Cream. And this stuff is like super thick, but really effective. And then the other thing, which I'm not super good about, I'm not really religious about putting on eye cream, but sometimes I do, and when I do, I use the Antipodes Kiwi Seed Oil Eye Cream. I don't know, I don't have a lot to say about eye creams. I feel like they never really change my life. I don't know, maybe in the future when I get a bit more wrinkly, I'll feel like I need more of this eye cream in my life. But at the moment, I'm kind of just applying it whenever I remember to. Okay, so that was the nighttime products category. The next category I'm going to be talking about are my morning products that I apply to my face in the morning. Like I mentioned before, it's really simple. There's only 2 products that I put on in the morning. The first one is SPF. Super important, and the one that I'm using is the Neutrogena Pure and Free Liquid Sunscreen with broad spectrum SPF 50. Once again, my friend Connie recommended this to me, and I think it's really, really good. It doesn't feel oily on your skin at all, and I think the Pure and Free line of Neutrogena is sort of their dermatologist recommended approved line, so you know it's really good for sensitive skin. It's one of those that you have to shake up, and then it comes out. Let's see if I can show you. It comes out in sort of a white liquidy consistency. And then I essentially just take that and rub it all over my face. After I go in with SPF, I go in with a moisturizer, and I've been using the Simple Kind to Skin Replenishing Rich Moisturizer. This is relatively easy to find at your local drugstore. It's relatively inexpensive. It's gentle. It's good for sensitive skin. I don't have any issues with it. I don't think that it's as rich as the name suggests. I think that this is probably, I don't know, like an average richness moisturizer. It's not extra rich at all. I don't think that I'll be repurchasing this just because I feel like it doesn't really do that much for my skin. And I'd love to try other moisturizers that I feel like do a bit more. But for sort of an everyday, simple, no fuss option, I think this is definitely a contender. Okay, so last but not least, I'm going to talk about the masks that I use. There's only 3 of them, so just prepare yourselves. The first 2 masks that I'm going to be talking about are for sort of extra exfoliation, helping with blemishes and things like that. So the first mask that I've been using recently is the Ordinary AHA 30% plus BHA 2% peeling solution. It's a 10-minute exfoliating facial. This is a really interesting product, actually. Let me see if I can show you guys. Once again, it comes in this kind of, I don't know, like medicine vial that's similar to all of the Ordinary's products. It's at a really great price point with really potent ingredients. So yeah, but it comes, I don't know if you guys can see this, it comes in this little dropper tube, and it has like a bright fuchsia pink color. Let me drop one on my hand so you guys can see. Can you guys see that? Super weird, right? But essentially you're meant to put this onto dry skin. It is kind of one of those peeling, exfoliating facial type products. You only leave this on for 10 minutes, no more, because it's really potent. It does sting a little bit, and you have this sort of berry colored face when you have it on, but after 10 minutes you just rinse it off and pat dry, and you have like really soft, refreshed skin. So I do think that one is a really good exfoliating mask facial type product if you are on the market for one. And the best part, like I said, like I keep saying, is that it's at a really good price point. So yeah, I would definitely recommend this, and I use that whenever my skin's looking, I don't know, a little bit dull, or I've got a couple blemishes, I've got some hyperpigmentation. I would just go in with that, and it just, you know, kind of whew. The next mask that I use occasionally, and this mask I use when my skin is particularly spotty and problematic, is this, the May Lindstrom Skin the Problem Solver Correcting Mask. So as you can see, this comes in like a giant, I think it's glass jar. It's a really interesting mask once again, and May Lindstrom is a brand that does really sort of green, eco-conscious products once again, so you know you're putting good stuff on your face and not a lot of chemicals. So this product is really interesting because it's not a liquid mask. It essentially comes in sort of a brown powder form. So let me see if I can pour a little bit out and show you guys what it looks like. Can you guys see? Okay, I poured a little bit out and I'm gonna try not to make a mess. So essentially the product is a brownish powder. You mix water into this and then it turns into this dark brown liquid consistency, and you put that onto your face and it will dry and feel like those clay masks that I'm sure many of you guys are aware of. And then once it dries, you add water and rinse it off. But when you add water and start, you know, massaging and rinsing it off, you get a little bit of physical exfoliation as well, because there's like, I don't know, it's like these bits of dirt almost that you're rubbing into your skin. But I really like this mask. I think it's so effective. It definitely does help my problem skin when I do have problems. Also, I think that the amount of product that you get is obscene. Like, I don't even know when I'm gonna use this whole thing up. It is pricey from what I remember, but I think that because you get so much product, I feel like price per use, or price per whatever you want to use as a metric, is definitely worth it. So this is the second mask that I'll use when I'm particularly spotty. Okay, the third and last mask that I will use sometimes is the Antipodes Aura Manuka Honey Mask. And this one I go in with when I need a bit more sort of soothing, calming hydration for my skin. Maybe I've gone a little bit too ham with like the exfoliation and the retinoids, and I need to just calm everything down. Or for example, today I got a lot of redness around my nose from blowing it so much, so I probably put this on my nose area just to kind of soothe and calm that area. This mask is really, really good once again. It has Manuka honey in it, which is really good if you have like blemishes. It kind of has, I think, antiseptic properties, antibacterial properties, and it kind of helps calm and clear blemishes. This comes in a tube. The product is kind of yellowish, milky clear. You put this onto your face and then you leave it on for 15-30 minutes, however long. It's not one of those masks that you need to be careful about how long you leave on your skin, because it's so gentle that it's not really going to do that much harm if you leave it on for like 30 minutes, say. And then once it doesn't really dry, so it stays kind of like this texture, kind of moist, and then once you feel like it's done its job, then you rinse it off and you have really calmed, soothed, refreshed skin. It has a really nice scent. It kind of smells like vanilla. I can kind of see where the vanilla bean thing is coming from. Okay, so that's my entire skincare routine. It was a long video. I hope it didn't overwhelm you guys with the amount of products and information that I shoved at you, but I thought this would be interesting. So if you liked this video, then please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, let me know if you've used any of these products before, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!